Hey, it's Tim here from Equip 2 and I'm going to show you guys how to adjust the apron settings, upper and lower, on a Keestrack R5. First step is we're going to grab a B key. So we remove the A key out of the A key station, stick it in here, and we can remove a B key. Remembering that we need to make sure that our rotor is out of gear when we do this adjustment. To carry out our adjustments, we will need to open this inspection door so that we can carry out our measurements on our upper and lower apron. So by using our B key, stick it in there, remove that, 36mm spanner, and open our inspection door. Right, so our upper apron and our lower apron down here, we can set those aprons to be closer or further away from the blow bars depending on what size and what material is coming in. So the function of the upper apron, which sits up about here, that is to do a primary reduction to the second apron where you'll get your final reduction or your secondary reduction. So adjusting that top apron is reasonably important. To check our adjustments, we will need to spin the rotor manually. So this is our upper apron up here, and we want to rotate the rotor to our tallest blow bar and measure the distance between here and there. So that will be our upper apron measurement. If the blow bars are new, these blow bars are floating, so they do drop in 15mm, so you will have to add or subtract a 15mm from your measurement, because as the rotor spins, the bar will pop out. So to measure the bottom apron, we'll need to rotate the blow bar all the way down, so the bar that is popped out, if this is new. Once product has gone through, the blow bar will stay in the out position. Then we pull the rotor back until the blow bar is at its closest point between there and there. Then we measure that gap, so we can adjust that in or out to close and open that gap. And this will be our secondary reduction or our final reduction. To measure your apron distance, you can either use a ruler or a measuring tape, and you want to go from the closest points between the bar and the apron, so like so. Once you're ready to carry out your adjustments, you'll need to start the machine and activate the hydraulics so that we can move our adjusting rams to adjust our aprons. Before we can adjust the upper apron, we need to insert these pins on both sides, one on each side, and this stops the apron from lifting up if there's something jammed in there like a rock. So to adjust the upper apron, we have one large nut, move those pins, lift up the lock, and then we come down here, these 4 buttons are for adjusting the top and bottom aprons. So the 2 left buttons are for the upper apron, and the 2 right buttons are for the lower apron. There we know that our adjustment is now in the proper spot. So once we've done this, we want to go back down to the inspection hole and measure our gap to see if we've got it correct. If we haven't, we may need to do an adjustment again. Once you've finished adjusting the top apron, we need to make sure that we pull these red pins out back into their keepers. To measure our distance between the blow bar and the apron, this measurement is called CSS, which stands for close size setting, and our close size settings are done on the top apron using the nut, and on the bottom apron it's using the shim packs. Once we've set our top and bottom aprons, we can now close this. And fitting the B key back into the B key station. So this is how you do an adjustment on a Keestrack R5 on the top and bottom aprons. If you have any questions, please let us know.